I'm Loz from the TFF Breaks team, and at the end of August I flew out to Frankfurt, Germany for the German Cards and Collectibles show. I made sure I had some time on the Friday to have an explore of the local area and see what was about, which having done that, that's something that I will definitely be making time to do again, and something that I would definitely recommend if you're thinking of coming to the show as well. There were so many different places to walk around, really scenic locations like the park that I'm showing, and the castle that you saw at the beginning as well. And it's something that I don't really get the opportunity to do when I'm at shows a little bit closer to home. After going to a supermarket and picking up some snacks that I can't necessarily find back home, I headed into the venue. Now the venue was in an arena which is primarily used for basketball games, and I always think that's really cool to have these card shows in sports venues. And as you can see from the get-go, we're already seeing some crazy cards. A lot of them I'd never actually seen before, but I decided to ignore them for now and have a look at what the big players in the hobby were doing at this show. So we had Whatnot, we had eBay Collectibles, and of course Giants in the Hobby Tops. We also had the likes of Golden coming over from overseas and showing off some crazy cards that they had on auction, which is really nice to see. Given that I've not done a show outside of the UK prior to this, I really enjoyed walking around and seeing some vendors that I'd never actually seen before, and therefore seeing some cards that quite often I didn't even know existed or didn't know had come out. And one thing I was particularly impressed with this show was the amount of large, elaborate, interactive displays that people had. Whether this was people with cabinets showing off their collections, games, whether it was tops for the take a card, leave a card, and it was really nice being able to interact with people's stands. I then headed over to the Daka and Card Hobby tables, where they had quite a large display showing off the different sets that they have. I also got to have a look at the new Man City set, and these are the kind of moments that I love at card shows, the more personal, interactive moments. And it was great being able to see this new set, which looks great by the way, before we got to rip some on stream. So after I'd had a look at that, I decided to catch up with a friend of the TFF channel and see how they were getting on at the show as well. What are some of your favourite pickups from the show today?
So I obviously had to grab my lovely short print of Julian Duranville from Flagship, I believe. And not only that, but also from the lovely Topps Premium Julian Duranville on card auto. And to top that all off, I got one of my grails finally, a nice Jude Bellingham rookie, which is going to be great on my PC. And yeah, the card show was great.
So what did you think of the show today?
I think it was a lovely arena. We had a good time, we got some good deals done, good friends made along the way, some good deals done, and yeah, I think overall, very successful show. I'd love to come back next year.
Hello guys, sorry for the lighting and how pink I am, though I can't really blame how pink I am on the lighting. But day one of the card show is complete, and I'll be heading into day two shortly, just for about half a day to catch up with some people I didn't get to speak to yesterday, and also to watch our guys streaming over on the Whatnot Germany stand, which is really exciting. So this has been my first card show in Germany ever, and it's been absolutely amazing. I've wanted to do a card show in Germany for quite some time, because I know that the sports card hobby is massive in Germany, and yeah, it's been really nice going around and meeting people who a lot of them I've spoken to for quite a long time, but I've never actually got to meet in person, and it's just really great to see the hobby thriving in another country outside of the UK. I then headed into day two of the show. A lot of the vendors were there for both days, but there was still quite a few tables that I didn't see the day before, whether that was because they weren't there on the Saturday, or because the show was just so big and vast I didn't have enough time to look at their tables properly. One thing I particularly loved about the show was the amount of other sports represented. For example, there was a lot of ice hockey cards, which I found amazing because you just don't see that at UK shows. So I really enjoyed seeing some different products that I just don't get the opportunity to see normally. So is this your first time at a card show in Germany?
So yeah, my first time coming over to Germany for a card show. Normally do all the ones in the UK, starting to branch out abroad. So yeah, first time here, and it's been a really good day.
And how have you found it today? How's the day gone?
It's gone really well. We're on day 2. Yesterday was absolutely busy. The queue going out the door. Buyers galore. Everyone's really friendly. Definitely a show to come to in the future.
It was then time for our Whatnot Germany streamers to rip some UCC Chrome. And it was really great seeing the guys in action, and I got to catch up with them afterwards about how they think it went and how they enjoyed streaming at a card show for the first time.
I'm Jay from TFF Breaks Germany.
I'm Rico from TFF Breaks Germany.
And how did you find streaming at a card show for the first time?
It was amazing, quite overwhelming with all the people. New experience, definitely. Nothing compared to streaming at home. The whole setup, the environment was nice. We had a nice hit, a beautiful Tifo K-set from Oedegaard, so that was amazing too. So yeah, it was a pleasant experience.
Yeah, I can say the same as he. It was really interesting and it was a lot of fun.
Overall, it was a great first experience of a German card show and definitely a show that we'll be back to in the near future.